Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. It's the Washington Huskies and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the South Carolina head coach before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Took care of it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Right on the money. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
I mean, some quarterbacks have a hard enough time just completing passes in the pocket, but to do it on the run, like when you got that kind of speed and that kind of momentum going, it takes a special kind of athlete, and that quarterback, he's a different breed.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Working that left side now. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Using his legs. It's McAllister. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Run it all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
on 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident, not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good seems to happen. So that's not going to stop. And I think moving forward, this defense has got to expect him to scramble more often.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll run it from the gun, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Takes it on the return. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wants to change this route. To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The run inside. It's Clark. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Throwing, Williams unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. Washington wants to go quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Williams will pass. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Productive pass offense for the Huskies, and they've had a long line of quarterbacks who've gone on to the pros.
Yeah, a lot of guys that you can think of. Warren Moon obviously was so dynamic, so good, but guys that were surgical, guys that read the defenses, made the decisions, made big plays. That's what the Husky fans want to see.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. So first down here as they go back to work. Quick completion to the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Williams zings it complete to the right, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Touchdown, Washington! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Man, he's off to a good start this year. That's already his third receiving touchdown. We're only 4 games into this season. I love how they line him up all over the field, and as the season goes on, they're going to keep being more and more creative with how they get this guy the ball.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Hines is way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Running inside. It's Clark. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Buys a little time. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're working that left side. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game and all slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Great place to start for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here and make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's picked off at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's 3rd and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
They'll start on the ground with Washington. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Washington right back to the line.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. To the ground to try to move the chains. Brings him to the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Fires to the tight end. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Gamecocks been the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Huskies. Into the end zone for 6.
This has been an outstanding job by this football team in the middle 8, right? The last 4 minutes of the first half, they score a touchdown. And here in the first 4 minutes of the second half, they score another. They've changed the scoreboard. They've changed the momentum. Their confidence right now is very, very high. But this is one of those areas situationally in a game coaches are always harping on, and they have executed perfectly.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback moving. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the number 6 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Sooners coming away with the victory in one of the highest scoring games we've seen all season. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a nice job understanding. They're trying to run a screen. They're trying to throw that over your head. They let you run up the field. You're not going to be able to get the sack, get your hands in the air, try to affect the quarterback, and a nice job getting my hands in the air and deflecting the football.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on 3rd down here. Here's Williams. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Taking it the other way. All the way back. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The Huskies racing to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Going deep. He's got it inside the 30. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24.
And to say he has trust in his running back catching the football is an understatement. I mean, there was 2 guys on him. Like, he was absolutely covered, but he still makes the play. And he does that a lot, man. He's a game breaker. He's a guy that can make big plays for this offense. If I'm the QB, though, I might be a little bit careful. If they got that many guys on him, I got to be safe with the football.
Well, that's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Just someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Williams on the play fake. Makes a catch. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
It's a draw. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Man, that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the option. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. After the run, now to throw. Trying to make magic. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Williams, here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Williams looking for a man. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
You gotta love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play, they hit the quarterback on this last one. Now 3rd down, you know they're gonna be pinning their ears back.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and and the attempt is no good. Lead is still in double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. He's knocked down short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to run for it. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That
got a little grass. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
That is what I'm talking about. Every defensive players want those opportunities. Quarterbacks slide so much. When you can get a big hit on them, that's exactly what you want to do. Make him feel that now so it hurts later in the game.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. Runs through the tackle. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions of this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to beat the D deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on fourth down, still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snags it inside the 20. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Stepping to the right. Maybe some room here. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run. You got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time they let him get out of bounds.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Here's Williams to throw. Snagged out of the air.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Williams will pass. Finds his man down the middle.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. The give and tick, 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 tick. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Offense gets set for second down. They give it to him again. Here's a little room there. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Quarterback keep. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Even with this lead, they'll throw again. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And despite this point being relatively meaningless, I suppose it could carry value for some. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a